Probably going to be too much information this, but I just had to rearrange myself. My old undercrackers were falling down, something to do with probably belly that it's got to try and get over. But anyhow, I think we're all realigned, so fingers crossed we should be alright from here on in. Good morning and welcome to Tito the Troddler. Oh, it's been a little while since we've been out, so happy new year. So we've driven out up into the Dales today, and it's quite remarkable. From home it was quite overcast, but here it's a little bit breezy, but the sun is out and it's lovely. So we set off from the little village of Gale and we're going to walk up to a summit called Dodd Fell. I mean, the amazing thing is the weather over the last sort of 4 or 5 months has been absolutely terrible. In fact, it's been about as much use as a woodpecker with poppadom lips. It really has been tragic. But anyhow, nonetheless, we're out and about now, so really looking forward to this one. And as always, thank you to the 186 subscribers plus guests that are watching. Your support is very much appreciated, and I hope you enjoy this one. Probably going to be too much information this, but I just had to rearrange myself. My old undercrackers were falling down, something to do with probably belly that it's got to try and get over. But anyhow, I think we're all realigned, so fingers crossed we should be alright from here on in. Oh, don't know if you can hear me or not. It's incredibly blowy up here. Just got to see how we go. I mean, sun's still out, it's pleasant enough, but I'll put my hard shell in a minute. It's getting a bit cold really, but I've got about, I don't know, a third of climb done, maybe a little bit more. But I think once I get to the top of this hill, I've got about 100 metres of climbing left, and it's quite over steady gradient. So fingers crossed we'll be okay, but might have to come off the summit to camp. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know if you can hear me. We're at Dodd Summit. 2.6 there. Oh God, very sensitive, blowing a gale. I potentially could wild camp here, but it's going to be really windy. So I've got a plan B. It's going to be requiring another load of walking, but I think I'm going to do it because I can drop down, lose a bit of height, and hopefully get out of this wind a little bit. And it means I've got a shorter walk back to the car tomorrow. It's just a bit of a shame because I've planned it, so I've got a lot of time to get up here. I've done that really well. It's only 2 o'clock. Right, I managed to get down from Dodd and walked as far as I thought I was going to do, because I just thought I needed to get pitch up. It's already getting dark, it's already getting cold and all, so this pitch is not ideal, but it's okay. But a quick look around the new tent. So obviously I've got the door flapping at the moment, but there's this. So it's the Terra I think I'm losing my battery. So yeah, so it's not an ideal pitch, but it's just going to have to do for tonight. It'll keep us there. I'm struggling with my battery, so right quickly, that's right. I'm having a bit of a problem with my batteries in my GoPro that keeps saying low battery. So if not, I'm going to have to try and find a way to try and warming them up. But yeah, we're all pitched up now. Things are all settled and what have you. I managed to come off Dodd and found a pitch. It's not ideal, it's a bit damp at bottom end, there's a bit of a stream running, only a little one, but I think we'll stay dry just about. And I was tired, I didn't want to sort of risk going too far and then having to pitch up in dark, so this is ideal. So this is a spot for the night now. I've got a few things to run through with you in a bit, but I'm going to get a brew on and you know, warm up a little bit first, and then I've got plenty to tell you, like I say, and looking forward to a nice evening. Right, we're just having a brew now on a Bakewell tart, very nice. Let's get us settled on, nice and warmed up now. Wind seems to be dropping a little bit, although it's still breezy. It's going to be like this all night, I think. But as long as the tent stays here, that's all I'm really bothered about. So yeah, we've got some real termite meals tonight. I've never had them before, so we're having a bit of reindeer. Don't know if it's Rudolph or not, but that, and I'm going to do some rice with it. So I'm looking forward to that. There will obviously, of course, be the joke of the trip. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to do a few new things now. So I'm going to do a few things every time I come now, just to make it, just to spice it up a little bit. So first one is going to be album of the trip. So the album of the trip is Tea for the Tillerman by Cat Stevens, and I've really got into my wild camping, taking albums with me, and I found Cat Stevens just suits me for wild camping because it's just so relaxing. His music's just beautiful, really, and just, you know, it just makes me feel good. So yeah, Tea for the Tillerman's got some great songs. It's got Longer Boats, Sad Lisa, Father and Son, and of course Tea for the Tillerman. That's probably more famous for The Office, is it? The Office or Extras, I can't remember which one it is. But yeah, from Longer Boats, it's got a few lines that goes, I don't want no God on my lawn, just a flower I can help along, 'cause the soul that nobody knows how a flower grows. And it's just stuff like that. It's a bit daft lyrics, but I just really like it. So that is the album of the trip, Cat Stevens, Tea for the Tillerman. Right, without any further ado, on to the joke of the trip. In fact, I'm going to give you a bonus this time. I'm going to do 2 jokes of the trip. So both nun related. So the first one is 3 nuns get killed in a car accident and they go up to heaven, and St Peter says, oh, he says, for you to get in, he says, you've got to answer a question, but it's, don't worry, he says, they're really easy. He says, you won't have any problems. So he says to the first nun, he says, what was the first lady called? She goes, Eve. He goes, yeah, that's fantastic, in you go. He says to the second one, he says, where did Eve live? She goes, the Garden of Eden. She goes, yeah, very good, you're in as well. He says to the third one, he says, oh, he says, you're a Mother Superior, he says, so yours has got to be a little bit more difficult. He says, so what was the first thing that Eve said when she saw Adam? She goes, ooh, that's hard. He says, yeah, fantastic, you're in as well. Right, and the second one is, there's a nun having a bath, and she hears a knock at the door, and she says, who is it? She says, oh, it's the blind man. And he thinks, oh, I wonder what's up with him, I better go and see. So she opens the door and lets him in, and he goes, blooming hell, says, you've got lovely breasts. She goes, I thought you were blind. He says, no, I'm here to fix your blinds. All right, both of them are not very good, and I'm running a bit thin on ground. I've got to try and keep them clean, which limits me, obviously, a little bit, but a bit of fun anyhow. I'll do better next time. wind picking up a bit now, so I thought what I'll do is I've got another new section, and this new section is going to be called Fact or Fiction. So you've got to work out, am I telling the truth or am I telling a porky pie? This fact, if it is a fact, is about Evel Knievel. And the rumour has it is that, or the fact is that Evel Knievel got his name after being locked up one night and put in a cell next to a bloke called Awful Knorful. And Evel thought, or Robbie, or Bob as I call him, thought it was such a cool name that he decided to call himself Evel Knievel next to Awful Knorful. And as they say, the rest is history. But what you've got to work out is that fact or is that fiction? Don't forget to comment below. Let me hear. Don't cheat and Google. Just have a quick guess. Do you think it's true? Do you think it's fact or do you think it's fiction? Right, more news. I've got some really exciting news. There's a guy in Scotland called Jim Brown. And he's got a YouTube channel called Bald Man. Does wild camping and cycling and other sorts of stuff. And he's actually got 1 new subscriber, which is incredible. But what's even more incredible is, in the same time that he's got 1 subscriber, I've got 50,000 new subscribers. Yeah, 50,000. What? Wait. Oh, wait on. 1 sec. Take 2. Right. I'm a little bit discombobulated there. What I meant to say is, I've got 1 new subscriber. Yeah, I went down from 186 to 185 and then back up to 186. So I don't know who that new subscriber is, but please put in comments below, because thank you ever so much for your support. It really is much appreciated. But on another note, Board Man, who I was just telling you about, or Board Man Outdoors, has just had something happen which is unbelievable. He's gone from 1,200 subscribers in the last 2 videos. He's got up to 50,000 subscribers, and really, to be honest with you can't keep up with him, so it's probably 55,000 now. In fact, I'm disappointed if I get up in the morning he ain't got another 5,000. But apparently some bloke on Top Tick, who's got a gajillion subscribers, has basically seen Jim's videos and liked him, and he basically said that, you know, let's try and get him to 1 million subscribers. And I think there's a chance it might actually happen. But yeah, his numbers are increasing faster than Creative Price's bra size. And in all fairness, he deserves it, because he's been banging out videos like a metronome, and you know, takes great care in his editing, unlike me. So now Jim is more famous than Debbie Does Dallas, and I'm still as obscure as an episode, or a lost episode of The Water Margin. Anyway, you know what they say, it's not the size of the putter, it's how many strokes you take. You follow? Right, so food's nearly ready, so I'm really looking forward to this. It's real termite. They're expensive, so I'm hoping it's going to be really good. And what I've also done is I bought a bigger Alp kit, sort of titanium mug for my little MSR pocket rocket, and I've cooked some rice in that, and I'm just trying to think if I can sort of do that way, and I can get it all in. Well, obviously I've got it in that pretty comfortably. Then I can use that for water. Then I'll just bring that bigger mug in future, because that just saves me carrying stuff. But it's only taken 3 minutes to cook it, and it seems to have done a good job. So yeah, that could be a real win. So yeah, really looking forward to this. I'll let you know how it tastes. Oh, that was just a job. I really enjoyed that. I mean, that real termite meal were really good. I mean, it were expensive. I think it were about 12 quid plus a bit of postage. So you know, ridiculously expensive, and nothing compared to real food. But from a lightweight, easy to clean up and all the rest of it point of view, absolutely fantastic. And rice worked all right in big mug, so I think we can go with that one going forward. And I've got a drop of rouge with it, so nice drop of claret, so that's good. And I'm just going to have another couple of Bakewell tarts, so it's all really fantastic. The only thing about that real termite one that I could sort of follow, it was just a little bit salty, but other than that, it was stunning, really good. So I'm full, I'm feeling really relaxed, I'm feeling a bit tired as well. I've got to feel like once I finish my rouge and my little drop of Ardbeg, I should imagine it'll be nodding off, so probably won't be late to bed tonight, but yeah, really splendid. Right, I'm having a bit of trouble with my batteries tonight, so I'm fingers crossed this works out alright before it shoots off. But yeah, I've only got a couple more pieces to camera and then I'm done for tonight. So just a couple more factoids or interesting information. So we're looking for stuff on Dodd Fell, and Dodd Fell's a marl in it. It's 668 metres high, and it's quite a nice summit in all fairness. It's very wet, there ain't a defined path up to it, so not that many people must go there, or if there is a defined path I didn't find it, but it's got great views of Pen. And as I was looking about, I found an article about a guy called the Walking Englishman website. It's also got YouTube sites, so I'm going to have a look at it, but it's about a guy called Steve Scott, and they called him the Mustachioid Sage. Anyway, he must have passed away, and a guy called Martin decided to do a tribute to Steve, and he put the mustachioid poet who graced the fells, left our shores for pastures new, through passing time and tolling bells, his legend inspires the chosen few. In his footsteps we must follow, to carry his standard far and high, and hope we will return tomorrow, to once again lead you and I. So I thought that were quite nice. And then because of Dodd Fell, it talks about how Martin were on Dodd Fell and what have you, and he came up with one of his own, and this one was: I wandered lonely as a sheep, where sheep no longer went. I turned around and saw a hill, they called it Pen. So just a nice little couple of things there I thought were quite nice. So yeah, a few factoids about Dodd Fell. Right, so your last factoid for tonight is about, I just want to say that some people in life just inspire me, and this is one guy who definitely inspired me, and certainly continues to inspire me as a parish councillor, and that I've got to stick at it really, even though after 9 years of doing it, sometimes I wish I weren't doing it. But because we're near Hawes, it brought me thinking about, I watched a programme about Hawes and how a guy had almost revitalised the place, and the guy was a local councillor called John Blackie, and he'd been like a local councillor for 25 years, and he was an independent, so not politically persuaded, very much like me. And this man was just had a can-do attitude, and when they were going to close petrol station, they asked to lease it and did it as a sort of like a cooperative, and basically John boasted that he could do fuel cheaper than any supermarket in the north, and you know, turned it into a success. And when the post office were going to go, they agreed to take that on, and John became postmaster for a good period of time, and they also ran when the district council or the bus company, local bus company, stopped did the little hopper bus. They started to run that as well, and they called it the Little White Bus. And he was involved with the community library and a few number of public buildings. Just a truly inspirational person, and he died the other year, and they honoured him with a lumper, 2.5 ton lumper stone, and you know, carved on it his name and what he'd done as a local councillor. So a real man worthy of respect. John Blackie, I tip my hat to you. As we say around our parts, I was talking at the back of my cap, I've got a few more bits to talk about. So first of all, plans for this year. Well, I've not booked any running races yet, and I am back on the treadmill, and I need to be, because I'm very overweight at the moment, so I've enjoyed myself too much over this last 6 or 7 months since I've been having a break. So I'm back on the treadmill, I need to get my weight down. I have got on a special assignment with R. Thomas. We're going to go and do something, but all will be revealed later. That's a bit of time before that happens. But yeah, what I'm really interested in now is challenges I ain't done before. So even if I decide to do running races, it's got to be different races to ones I've done before. So we'll just have to see how the fitness goes. If that goes well, then I'll start to sign up for stuff. The one thing that we have signed up for is we're off on holiday this year, and you know, sod whether we can afford it or not. So it's our 25th wedding anniversary this summer, and also Claire's 50th, so we're gonna really push the boat out and go to France, have a fantastic time. So yeah, you know, really a lot to look forward to. And the other little thing I've got to tell you, and I think this is the last one for tonight, but you never know, is I was watching a YouTube channel called Wild About Wales, and it did make me smile, because he's only just started as this guy. I think he's only got about 5 videos up, but he's got a collie with him, and it does make me miss having a dog. Made me miss having a dog. So I used to have a collie called Heather, and she's a lovely dog, and I'd love to have gone wild camping with her, but unfortunately she passed by the time I got into it. And I've been blessed because I've had 2 dogs in my life. I had Heather, and I had a mongrel called Pippa, and both of them lived to like 14 and 15 years of age, so I can't complain. But obviously they're a big commitment, and while we're working we don't feel we can take another one on. But it's a shame, because I do miss having a dog. But yeah, Wild About Wales, give it a look, they're really nice videos. But yeah, I think that's it, we'll see. Hey dear, well, this wind's just not going away. I think it's getting worse, so I'm not even sure I can even light my stove, it's that windy. So I'm thinking of bailing. Well, you can't see anything, but you just have to take my word for it. Leave no trace. So that's that. 3 AM in the morning, time to get a move on. We walk down the road, I think, this time, and get down to the car as quick as possible. Right, I've had to bail like I said earlier on. Right decisions all coming down when we were absolutely horrendous. So right decision, back to Gale now. Just got changed out of my clothes into some fresh clothes, so I feel fantastic. But yeah, still been a really good experience. I'm really glad I came. You know, obviously I preferred it not to have been quite as windy, so maybe next time I need to just check forecast a bit and pick a better day. But I've still enjoyed coming. So that's all from Tito the Toddler. All I want to say is, don't forget, you've got to have a dream, because if you don't have a dream, how are you going to have a dream come true? But until that last bit was supposed to say, you've got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how are you going to have a dream come true? I'll tell you what dream I need to come true is these batteries on the GoPros not being affected by cold so much. So anyhow, until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon.